So we just got done beating the Orbits and the Steamers in a comeback fashion where we did not start out strong, but we finished really well. And of course, we also had a scenario where Romeo Dobbs was inspired by Joe Morant. He needed 150 yards to receive that. He got 3 to catch in traffic, but if I'm not mistaken, that's not the end of it if you succeed. I might be wrong, though. We're going to find out as we head on to Week 14 bye week. Hopefully that doesn't ruin anything, but I think we'll find out in Week 15. We also have somebody stole my player in practice squad. The Monarchs, the Thieves. We're about to play them as well. The irony, the timing. But let's take a look at our bye week scenario. We obviously have a chance to really just kill our guys instead of letting them rest a little bit. Self-scouting gives you awareness, but you lose stamina. Stay grinding gives you XP, but loses stamina. Morale, but loses awareness. So you like self-scouting, you lose stamina no matter what. So I'm going to take the XP. That's really it. 500 XP and we lose stamina. I never really noticed that, but it literally every single one was losing stamina, no? All right, no dev-ups from the training. Is there a scenario that follows? I knew it. I said it. I said it once. I'll say it again. I actually won't say it again. That's really it. Offensive breakout. Like I said, I think there's a chance at a dev up if he continues this. But I feel like the last couple of weeks, the offense has really been gelling. Everyone wants. I mean, the last couple of weeks, you weren't even like there. But sure, I guess. Let's see what the scenario is. Throw for 3 touchdowns against the Monarchs for a passing game boost. Wait, does he not actually get a... I mean, I want to see this thing to the end, so no matter what, I'm going to be trying to get that, but does he not get something specifically? It's just a boost for everyone. But you're tasked with facing the Monarchs and their high-powered offense this week. Where does stopping them start? I mean, really where all of them start, which is, for us, forcing turnovers. Pressure is great, but I mean, I honestly think getting 2+ turnovers is harder or easier than getting 2+ sacks at this rate for this team. And the sacks one would probably be like 3+, maybe 4. Let's take a look at the player of the week. This was for last week, which obviously we had a bye week the week before. Jadarius did actually get player of the week, which is great because that's a hefty little XP boost. Might even get an upgrade point because of that. Let's take a look at the team. Obviously a brand new episode, brand new week to start. This squad looks like obviously the morale is pretty damn good, especially for Jadarius, who is now a 90 overall based on morale, which is ridiculous, right? He's like 99 medium route almost, and under pressure is great. It's all temporary, but at the same time, it's all that matters. You know, if it's a temporary boost, but the temporary is like the whole rest of the season, that's pretty massive. It's pretty massive. We've got a couple of upgrades here, specifically on this defensive side of the ball. It's been, a defense is definitely still pretty good at taking the ball away. The pressure's okay, but we have been giving up plays. Giving up a lot of points as well, and we need to chill that out a little bit. 11-2 versus 9-4 Monarchs. This would do really well for our chances at getting the number 1 seed. And by that I mean just because of how good the Monarchs are. They aren't even in the same conference as us. But Joe Burrow, 99 overall. Throw power's a little, lackluster. 89 is good enough, obviously, but the rest, 99, 99, 99, 95, 99, he's just really good. Christian McCaffrey still going pretty strong as a starting running back. Wide receivers, they've got Chris Godwin and Oakman, some decent talent there, and then Marquise Brown obviously comes in with all that speed. Tight end, Dalton Kincaid is amazing. He's an X-Factor. David Bakhtiari is still pretty damn good. Joel Bitonio is still pretty damn good. Fortner's decent. Nate Davis is okay. And then Jawan Taylor's decent. Left end, Draymond Jones. I think this might be a wrong scheme team, but really good block shedding. Sam Williams, definitely, one of them is contradicting the other, I suppose, but 83 power move. Milton Williams, not the best DT. They definitely need some work at the DT spot. Joe Tryon, seemingly showing that this is a 3-4. Really good finesse move. Patrick Queen and Trenton Simpson make for a really good fast duo. And then Carlos Harrison on the other side, wrong scheme. Stingley, very good corner 1. Steffens, not a bad corner 2, actually. And then Haynes, not the fastest, but some potential there. Daxton Hill, the coverage isn't great, but he's obviously athletic as hell. And then Jair Brown, his coverage is pretty good in May, but not very fast. So there's that. Very good, strong kicking from Rosas, and then Bradley Pinion's decent enough with 95 kick power. Looking at what they do well, who would have thought that they would have run the ball well? Let's go with an outside run defense, and then we're going to attack them through the air. Regardless of what they did, they could be the #1 pass defense team in the league. We got to get those 3 touchdowns, 100%. All right, we got some upgrades for some pretty big players. Kenny Wise finally was able to be removed off of the IR, but honestly, once again, like I said, opportunities knocked, and Palmer answered. Kenny Wise is now the #4 wide receiver on this team, but then again, you never know. Big play down the field. We seen Jalen Hyatt come in last week, and he had a couple of nice plays, so you just never know who can get back into the starting lineup. We might be like, oh yeah, Kenny Wise was the GOAT, wasn't he? And then all of a sudden, he gets the job back, and we never look back. It is what it is, though. I'm just all about playing the best player. Right now, Palmer has deserved that spot. We'll see what happens down the line, but as of right now, that's the way it is. Bellinger, as great as he is, he can never really steal the job, as far as, like, unless an injury happens, but that's not really stealing the... I guess it is stealing the job, but it's still kind of like he was given the job rather than stole it because of injury. Kai Gary had a nice week last week. Power rusher upgrade, 2 to power move, puts him at 80. That's beautiful. And then I want to keep Jadarius last, right, because he's the cream of the crop upgrades, because he's the most important position on the field. Taylor's already pretty good in zone, so I'm going to go with slot for the idea of potentially getting speed upgrades, which will put him at 99. Play rec +3 is interesting. 2 to press is great, though. That is really a nice upgrade. And then Jadarius Lewis, I mean, it's really just deep accuracy. I guess short accuracy is kind of iffy for him. What's the best way to get deep and short? I mean, those are 2 opposites. I guess field general. Go field general. Give us something nice. I can live with that. 2 to throw on the run is probably the biggest of that upgrade as well. But short and deep, that's exactly what they gave us. Throw on the run is now 88, which is beautiful. He's pretty good at throwing on the run. There you go. Let's head on in against the Monarchs, who are definitely not an easy team to beat. Surprisingly enough, this is not a primetime game. The league should have absolutely seen this as one of the marquee matchups, just based off of last year's results from both of these teams. But hey, that's their prerogative, I guess. The Monarchs at 9-4, trying to fight in their way to the #1 seed, as well as we're technically atop the #1 seed right now, but it's not by much. It's like a 1-game lead over, is it the Condors? I can't remember who it was, but it was definitely 1 game only, which is definitely kind of a let's not lose any games moment. But obviously Joe Burrow and company are going to make that a tough reality, as they got a little bit of an offense, got a couple of players on defense that are potentially worrisome, but it's definitely that offense. They are 100% an offense-heavy team, while I can't really say, it sounded like I don't even know, what are we? But yeah, we have a little bit more balance. We got some really great playmakers on offense, but we also have some pretty damn good playmakers on defense, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds against us. And in this one, I actually wanted to receive the ball first for some reason, so it's just not going to happen. We're never going to get the ball first. Oh, look at the stadium. It does look like a Monarch stadium, though, no? Let's take a look at Joey B. Joe Burr. Let's see what he's got for numbers. 25 touchdowns at 3 picks. That is crazy. This is actually another really big opportunity, as if we can pick this man off maybe 3 or 4 times, it obviously allows Jadarius Lewis's MVP campaign to kind of climb a little bit. I don't know what team, which players are top of the MVP right now. Ooh, nice D. Hey, sus. But obviously hurting anyone with a low pick number is going to give us a better chance. 2nd and 10 after the sort of knockout. I mean, it was definitely catchable. Oh, I thought the timing was perfect. It was, but it was the timing of that throw right in between the defense. Gain 6. He should have kept going. Him playing that possessionally was an astronomical failure, especially if they don't get this first down. And that might be the case, and it is. Huge hit by Taylor is going to force that out. And yeah, that Oakman guy definitely sold. I mean, we were even delayed after the fact that he fell down. He almost got back up. That's how much room he had to run. He had at least 20 on him, and he just only got 6. Definitely a little bit of yards wasted. And Anaconda returning the ball about as well as physically possible in there. And Jadarius Lewis talking about one of those MVP candidates. The interceptions are a little high for my liking, but if once again, we play teams like Joe Burrow, Monarchs with Joe Burrow, force a couple of picks, and things look better, right? Like, if he ends this game 26 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, and Jadarius is 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, that's 40 touchdowns and, 12 picks? That definitely looks better in my opinion. I don't know if everyone agrees with that, but that's in my opinion. Taking a little more risk to get a lot more yards and whatnot. Yeah, this would be a throwaway. Pretty good coverage. Never really got to confidently step back into the pocket towards the right side. Getting MVP would be great, but it is far from, the number one thing on our mind. So if we had to get risky, throw a pick or two to win the game, so be it. And Carr, I got to be honest with you. I love you, brother. But sometimes you just got to get your fat ass out of the way. Big boy needs a move. He's strong. But sometimes he just gets in the way, unfortunately, and we lose more than we gain from him. And Moran on that zig is just filthy. Break tackle a little early, unfortunately, but to the 47, gains 19. Strugglesome drive, but hey, we got to move them sticks. All right, going to throw the ball again. It's going to be a tough catch, especially when the ball is not even catchable. Give me a little bit of a run lane, I think. I think I like this. I like it a lot. The blocking was pretty good. Oh, the juke move didn't work. I'm telling you, I think juke move or jukebox does help, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's as strong as we kind of expected it to be, which is maybe a good thing. Kuntz, and it's overthrown again. That's going to be a long field goal attempt. Jadarius Lewis, we just talked him up so much. He's missing throws. From 60 yards, had to challenge Chad Ryland a little bit. And he's like, what do you mean? Where's the challenge? Is the challenge next drive? Because that was nothing. You got that double team over there against their superstar, Mr. Godwin. Way off the line. They're switching me the wrong guy. I mean, they switched me the right guy, but I personally like to go for the big boom guy. Didn't even realize Oakman was also the guy that dropped that catchable third down play as well, so don't know why they keep going to him when he's a risk player, and yeah, I guess maybe because he's just that good. 3 catches in a row. Well, for their offense at least. Obviously, he dropped one and they had some incompletions, but first attempt from the 41-yard line. Got to protect this side, and for good reason, we ran right out of the way because normally that cutback is on. It wasn't. McCaffrey's too smart for that. McCaffrey isn't going to allow himself to just be cut off. 2nd and 4 from the 48. Oh, we can't get over there, but we get a knockout. Don't know what the hell Dalton Kincaid's doing there. I mean, it wasn't a perfect throw, but it seems like he was, ultra focused on it, which is why he didn't run with it. If he ran and caught it, I think he would have easily gotten that catch. We step up. No way he hits this. And that's going to be easily picked off by Riley Moss. And the receiver falls down on the ground. I forgot about that other side, but that was an offensive lineman. Where was he? That was definitely a weird one because he threw on the run without even needing to. And that's a tough throw. What a throw it is. And Romeo Doubs drops it. It is 100% perfect accuracy. You can say it was behind him, but that's just not relevant because that throw was insanely tough. Oh, there's nobody on Kuntz. Oh, that was perfectly thrown, and doing his best Gronk impression. Kind of falls forward in that awkward, tanky way. But it is one of my favorite awkward, tanky things to see. Inside handoff. Oh, they're coming. And Rodriguez is going to have nowhere to go. Don't fumble. Loses 2. I'm going to go with some more basic plays. That's a really good throw. Nice. Morant gains 14. No, crossing plays or any, double moves or anything like that. We're just going to let our guys win their route matchups. And I got to say, it was them barely winning them matchups, but it works. Could be a blitz. Get ready for it. Usually they don't show and go. That's a really nice catch. It's a really interesting phrase, if you will, show and go. But yeah, usually if they're showing blitz, they don't actually blitz. Unless they tip it off with the middle linebackers, but as far as being up to the line, usually that's not a good enough thing. And in behind, I figured he was going to get that. I thought maybe he was going to come down for Bellinger, but he didn't. Quick out for Morant. We'll see if we can get that throw in there. There's nobody on him. Easy. First down and then some. Talking about that, show and go situation. I mean, they got a lot of players up, but I still believe in this run. It's not an easy, nice. Good fight, gains 9. It's not an easy play to block shed on. We got ourselves a likely drag look, and it will be one. Romeo Doubs gets destroyed, but gets to the 3-yard line. And don't get me wrong, I would like to run this ball here, but they are stacked up to the line. And a little bit of hit. Kuntz dropping the ball. I mean, that's a good throw. Brown has played well, though. And they are still absolutely trying to deny this run game, which they should. Palmer, if this is a blitz. Doesn't matter if it's blitz or not. Palmer also drops the ball. That is now 4 drops on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to turn this into a zig with Romeo Dobbs. I don't think we have the time for anything else. And they're in pretty good coverage. That's going to be too much pressure. Kuntz might have been open, but that is an astronomical fail. How so many catchable passes were dropped in a row is beyond me. And it's going to lead to another field goal from the 3, though. End of the quarter, I mean, we have the yards. We just barely have the score. Going to take a page out of their book, but actually bring it. They're probably like, anytime they bring, they show, they do go. And we took the shot, and it was worth it. McCaffrey's so scary because you take the wrong angle on him, and he's just gunning it. But that time I felt like we had enough of a push to where he had to really go around to get around. And we were right. Outside is pretty open. Jackson on him enough. 3rd and 9. Defense is doing pretty well on both sides, really. I feel like we've had a little bit more chances, but we've blown them ourselves more often. They've actually been kind of locked up. And over the middle, dropped. That one I can't blame. Riley Moss, should have had that ball, but at the same time, there was actual, traffic, and he covered 2 routes. We got burned. I thought it was going to be a short out. I did not expect McCaffrey to run right into another player's route. That seems like stupid play design, but it almost worked if Riley Moss didn't make such a good play. Either way, it will be a punt. And trying to break that out for more. Can't. Zach Kuntz this season, 772 yards, 6 touchdowns, but a lot of drops in this game. Not mistaken, he has dropped 2 passes this game. Or one of them he could have gotten, and he just didn't really try hard enough. And this blocking for them, their block shedding has been good. From short play to deep look. Let's see what we got. Wide open Palmer is what we got. And he holds on despite getting absolutely demolished. We need those 3 passing touchdowns. I don't care what it costs. It could cost the game. It could cost an injury. I don't care. There's nobody on Palmer. That's a tough throw. Did he not? I might need to challenge that. This one I worry about because I can't tell where the foot placement was. But I thought it was in. Was it the left foot? He must have not planted left foot good enough. Looks like a catch to me. The refs are trying to bone us. Hell yeah, what a catch, Palmer. The coach's job isn't always so easy. Wide open Romeo, but Palmer for way more yards. And, I mean, I never really, I don't know how you don't call that a catch. All right, last time we ran this, we had the drag. Bellinger could be my man this time, though. Oh, Romeo. And he misses the throw. Don't get me wrong, did leave that upfield, but for good reason. Romeo sees that, it's a touchdown. But yes, probably should have just taken the yards that were given. Quick out if it's there. It's not. Kuntz is open, though. That's a great throw and catch. Great throw and catch. 50% completion percentage, but we haven't thrown a pick. That's the good thing. But with that being said, any defenders looking for an interception, come on down. We are ready to sell. We had him trying to run, not going to get it. Sacked for a few loss. We did have that slant coming in from that right side. I think it might have been Morant, not 100% sure. Palmer might be my look here. Yeah, this is going to be a throwaway. Damn, their coverage is locking up in the freaking red zone. 12-yard screen. Could you see it actually working? Also, quick throw to Palmer if they decide to leave it. Kind of had him, but not really. Rodriguez going to take it all the way down to the 3. Field goals puts us up by multiple possessions, but at the same time, if we get this, it's a really good position. But more importantly, if we don't get this, could get a safety? It is risky, but I mean, I think at some point a touchdown's given. Palmer, and he misses the throw. 88 throw on the run, huh? 88 throw on the run, can't hit 7 yards. Surely. Don't get me wrong, we get ourselves in a lot of trouble with that sprinting early, but I just feel like that's the best way to hit that throw if that's where we're going to go with it, and they lose a yard with Cam Jones on the case. I was going to be like, this is why I don't mind going for it in these situations, but it's still way too early in this drive. False start. I suppose if we're going to try to get like a free play, it's not the worst because you're only moving back like a yard. And they do have one wide receiver out, so we do have to be a little careful, but Taylor, of all players on this team, can take care of that. And I say that, but he gets beat. But it will be 3rd and 1. He still recovers, and that's what matters. I mean, I got a run commit here, I think. Let's go, Taylor. It's a good play action, and overthrown. Oh, that's pain. Was it a double move inside? It wasn't. It was just, I think Chris Godwin just sold. I'm almost certain he just sold, and that was it. That's all there was to it. There was no, like, that route should have never been, like, any double move or any weird, like, hitch in there. He just ran the route poorly. Of course, a little pressure is going to help, but that should have been a big play. We did a really good job with Taylor preventing. Oh, Romeo. Oh, he's going to catch it. Wide open, Romeo. Finally, a touchdown. Single across the board. We had a couple of other beats, but that wheel route with Romeo Dobbs was always going to be the #1 route, and that is going to get us on the board with a touchdown. The Monarchs scoreless still. 8-yard gain on 1st down. This is a big drive for them as they're going to be down 13 at half with us getting the ball if they don't do something here. And we try to prevent, and once again, we actually deny Chris McCaffrey much yards. It's weird how this team, like, seemingly, it's a bit early to say, he's probably going to end up with 200 yards. It does really well against the good backs, but then the ones that are kind of like mid-level, I mean, that's barely a 1st down. You know, the mid-level guys we get smoked by. Would love the opportunity to get another passing touchdown before half. I want this scenario more than anything. Like I said, even if we have to lose the game to get it, because there's potential there. Oh, switch me to the wrong guy. Nice hits. Potential there for a dev up, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I mean, because it'd be really weird for it to be like all about Romeo, and then it continues, and then it has nothing to do with Romeo going forward. That seems weird. Like, I'm almost wondering if we get these 3 passing touchdowns, if he gets the dev up. And even if he doesn't, it's still worth it. Riley forces the issue. Burrow, is he going to handle the pressure? He does, but he doesn't handle the pressure as in getting his eyes back downfield. As soon as he got his eyes on that offensive line, he was doomed. Don't know what his throw under pressure is, but he definitely did not handle the pressure super well. Didn't get sacked, though. So there's levels to it. He could have been worse. Oh, Cordale. And we don't get the tackle, and surprisingly, he doesn't get the 1st down. But still, 111. I mean, they got all the time in the world with their 3 timeouts, so getting a little riskier on 3rd and 1 might not be the worst call. We're late. Oh, wow. Good recovery, though. He stumbled back, and honestly, it felt like he was going to fall down before he even got to Kincaid. That route was pretty clean for a big old tight end, though. I can't lie. Because you want to give him too much leverage upfield. Oh! Taylor crushed him. That ball was up in the air, but unfortunately single high. If it was like, 2-man, probably had a guy in perfect position. Going deep. See, you don't hate that, right? Like, they have to waste a timeout. It's only, 5 or 6 yards. Ooh, speaking of single, I don't know. We got some receivers on this team. And almost picked. What a knockout, though. That will force a field goal anyways. I'm kind of feeling strong about a block. I think this team wants the shutout. I mean, I can feel the way I want. It's not true. Calvin Austin on the return. And not going to get much. 3 timeouts, 27 seconds. We'll see. Maybe open up with this kind of post look over the middle. They left it last time. And he's going to I just don't understand Jadarius. I was about to say he's going to kind of leave it again. It would have been a tough throw, but that's catchable, I think, if the ball is actually on target. And he just throws it right to the safety. It wasn't even close. It genuinely, for damn near 90 accuracy ratings, it just wasn't even close. I mean, he just sent it to him. Also does seem to be a little bit of a throw power issue again. I think it's not even just the fact that he has, 92 throw power now is actually pretty good. It's a screen pass. It's also the fact that his release seems kind of bad. We prevented. That's all I cared about. Didn't bring the tackle ourselves, but we just did not want him to get out of bounds because now, it's 2nd and 2 from the 13-yard line with only 1 timeout left. And Riley should have picked that. I really want to know the stats on our, under 30 seconds to go decision-making. We surely throw way more picks than we score touchdowns, right? And it's going to be a pick for Riley Moss, though, which totally makes up for it. 2 picks for Riley, chance to get himself a dev up, and obviously gets our scenario. And I would say it hurts Joe Burrow's touch and a pick ratio, but obviously ours was hurt as well. I never know when to quit. I'm trying to run the ball with 6 seconds left. Oh. Wait a minute. If we would have actually fell down there, Hail Mary would have been absolutely capable. But either way, 13-3 at halftime. Not necessarily on par for our touchdown scenario, but we do get an extra possession we didn't in the first half, so we just need 2 touchdowns. We did get our interceptions, 1 or takeaway 1, so we'll see what we get from that. And obviously we'll take a quick look at the numbers. Yardage-wise, we definitely have them beat, but scored not by much. A lot of drives ending in field goals instead of touchdowns, and obviously the turnover on downs play, which did lead to a punt anyways, but still missed opportunities. You know, no score is no score. And the reason why we haven't really looked at the halftime scores, the Riverhogs are not even that good, beating the Orbits by 20. It's getting a bit brutal out there. Oh, wow. Polk absolutely missed that opportunity. That was a really good chance to block that guy. The wheel route got us a touchdown in the first place. Let's go back to a different wheel route, but still wheel route nonetheless. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Let him cook. Palmer. That is, yeah, I saw that pre-play. It looked pretty good. Palmer to the 49. Nice. That route combo looked pretty nice, and I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. Speaking of Palmer, back on it with the sweep. And I don't know why. Oh, nice! And he's going to get us back to the line of scrimmage. Since not doing anything too crazy. He gets blasted in the process, too. I don't know why I ever believe we're going to get the block. Because it's just is not going to happen. Rodriguez, see how they want to play this. Because he actually has a chance. He's going against a pretty athletic player, it seems, though. And Kuntz. I mean, he is literally the drag merchant. The drag merchant for a bunch of yards. Like, don't get me wrong. We got guys on this team that... Is there anyone on him? I mean, we hold this as long as we can. This could be a touchdown. And like I said, we hold it for long enough, and it'll be a touchdown. They thought their safeties were athletic enough. I don't think they realize Zach Kuntz is a 6'7" safety himself. He's got the speed of a safety with the size of a damn giant. 87 speed, that's like safety speed. It's a damn perfect throw. You got to give it to him. And Jair Brown, who is actually technically slower than Zach Kuntz with like 8 inches of shortness, tried. It was a good attempt, but not good enough. I mean, that look is always so free because like, you're just trying to cover a player that's too athletic to try and bait that late. And Wilson can't switch to him, but he does it on his own. Yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow is looking really bad. This is the type of game we need for our chances of MVP to go up. Problem is, it's still pretty early. We've had games that started like this against us, and they end up with 400 yards. So we left the running back wide open. Cam, no! Not only do you force number 3, but you probably win the game with that pick. How is Cam Jones dropping so many picks? Unbelievable. Screen pass, we're on this. And he's not even getting the ball out. He gets slammed by Gleason in the process, and that would be a punt. We are suffocating. Run game really hasn't been alive. I mean, they're kind of on this. Nice. Williams gets us a nice couple of blocks. 11 yards. We'll take it. Our yards per carry average haven't been that bad, though. Just not a whole lot of big plays that we're used to. Inside handoff for Rodriguez. Looking pretty good again. Nice blocks. Gets blasted short of the first down. Potential deep shot look. Rodriguez in the zone. Let's see what we got. A lot of running backs. I don't know if I really like this, actually. Can we not just run the ball? Let's just run the ball, Griffin. Get the first down. And he's not going to get the first down. That is shocking. But we did, in the process, set up our favorite kind of play action. Might just take the Bellinger look if it's open. And they're kind of on this. Oh, it's a perfect throw! Morant didn't cut up the field as cleanly as he normally does, but that is a great throw. I thought it was overthrown. That is a beauty. Could set up the Palmer play. Wide open Palmer. Holds on! Scenario achieved. There you go. We're a great second quarter, second half team. And to put the icing on the cake, they don't even get to the 25. Oh, if it wasn't a handoff, we would have blew the quarterback up. And, man, their offense, which is easily, like I said, their strongest aspect, is getting locked down. 3 points. And it's really only because of us on offense. Try to run that. Oh, switch me the wrong guy there. Nice blast, 3rd and 1. Even that should have looked like it was a first down and still can't get it. Not going to, like, run commit or bring too many players down, but we do got a lot of linebackers in. Trying to stop a potential run. And Riley's going to blow this up. Oh, we left the running back wide open. Christian McCaffrey's going to keep that in bounds, unfortunately. Blasted by Riley Moss, who's having an amazing game, though. We were so close. I don't know who picked that up, but they barely saved a sack. That would have been another derailed drive before it began. Cam Jones. Oh, my God. Oakman was afraid, and for good reason. He just got killed. That hit was brutal. Look at this hit. Oh, my. Speaking of Cam Jones and his strength, going to go with that blitz. Oh, that was good timing. They finally got a little bit of timing involved. Oakman really the only guy they like to throw to. See if Riley Speed can come in. Not going to happen. Over the middle. Try to swat it. Didn't give it to us. But Oakman again. We're going to press up to make a stop. And Taylor does not get it. And guess who? Oh, Stephen Oakman again. They finally get the touchdown. Try to swat. Oh, I forgot we had a guy. I thought we had to cover the running back. Whoops. But now it's all about winning. I mean, we got our scenarios. That's all we needed was the scenarios, and I'm happy with it. There goes Calvin Austin, finally utilizing a little bit of angles to get a few yards. Man, the way they're playing Dobbs, I just want to throw to him. Oh, wow. Good move, but only going to gain 3. Like, they were genuinely asking for the streak to be on. Let's go to Romeo Dobbs, potentially. And that's a perfect play. Not even just the throw, obviously, with all that traffic around, but just the step up into the safety of the pocket and then deliver, which will lead to the fourth quarter. I mean, that was definitely one of our better step into the pocket moments of the season, without a doubt. Finally actually had something to step into safely. End of the third quarter, it's looking pretty one-sided. Inside zone hasn't been really that good for us today, but we're going to go to it with the man who's in the zone. And nice fight, gains 4. Maybe he actually has wrecking ball, not first one free. See, back to the inside zone. Which, like I said, really hasn't been there. Maybe we could have bounced it all the way to the right. Did we lose a yard on that? What? I don't know what's going on here. They're trying to say... Wait, what? I mean, if it was a closer score, losing our scenario there, or losing our in the zone, would have actually been enough for me to challenge, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I mean, it did need to be angled. I got to blame Palmer on that. He's going way too deep. We need 7 yards, and the guy is, like, actually running the route, even though he has a soft spot. And instead of making an easy field goal, I'm going to give Chad Ryland a 57-yarder with the game on the line, kind of. And he does hit it. I say game on the line because that field goal wins it. And like we talked about, maybe they're not going to win the game. It's like almost impossible, but Joe Burrow's stat line looks like it's probably going to end up being a lot better than it probably should have. And we're not going to get out there. What a hit, but that's a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, I mean, we did bring the blitz on the wrong side, but still, it's a little bit of a yikes. Gotta say, gotta be careful a little bit because their run defense has been really good. Kuntz, wide open. Nice, it's a big play. Yeah, I mean, I don't really trust our run game enough right now to try and ice the game with it. Could be RPO back to Morant, but I don't really trust our slant. I do trust it. Nice catch, 9 yards just about. A first down. I can't lie, I see it as a bit surprising that they're the 6th-ranked defense in the league. Well, maybe not, actually. Like, we have a good set of skill players. They've actually made it pretty tough on us, and then we got a little more riskier going for our scenario, and we actually, you know, were able to break away a couple of big plays. So, yeah, I kind of see it, I guess. At first I didn't, but I do. That's a crazy throw. And I don't know how he drops that. He's in the zone, and it was one guy that got his hand in late, and he dropped it. I should have delivered, though. Was a little scared of throwing a pick. Kind of floated that thing. Oh, here we go. Finally some blocks. One to beat. Easily does. Stiff arm. First down. It's not Rodriguez that I don't trust. It's the blocking. But here we go. Looking for a shot play while no one would expect it. Romeo Dobbs. And it's slightly overthrown. His route angle would have had a touchdown. Wasting a lot, or not wasting a lot of clock, but like not wasting a lot of clock for a team that just needs the clock to go away. And last second, okay, that was a crazy cut, though. You gotta call it how it is. That is insanely quick. How are you ever fast enough as a defender? Like, how are you ever fast? You just aren't. Throwing the ball. And if he didn't get a free rush off the edge for God knows what reason, would have been a smart decision. You could say throwing the ball is really stupid in this situation when all we need to do is waste clock, but it's worked. Like, we've been mixing it up and we've been extending drives because of it, and here you go. Nice move. Romeo Dobbs. Rodriguez, tired as hell, gets us to the 5. And oh no, my back, my booty cheek. He's actually going to the tunnel, in fairness. Kind of felt like a fake out lie, because obviously, you know, try not to waste any of their timeouts, but get that clock stopped if possible. And Jadarius Lewis fighting to the 1. That would have been the game. What a run, though. Didn't fumble either. Clutch. I was going to go with a sweep, but I think if we can run quickly and Rodriguez can catch, this should be a touchdown to him. Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Go back to the sweep, actually get the clock moving. If we don't get it, we don't get it. And Romeo can't get it. That might have been a little bit of greed, I'll be honest. Not that run. That run was actually the smart play for once, but throwing a couple of passes there when we can physically waste the clock down or waste all those timeouts, maybe a little greedy. And once again, they waste that clock a little bit, but they are getting down the field and knocked out by Jones, I believe. I know Riley was in coverage, but I think Jones actually got a hand in there. I want to test my vision. I'm testing my vision to see if I was right. Where's Jones? Pretty damn sure it was Jones. I'm looking at Brown, though. Okay, they're not going to count that. It's weird because the vibrations were when we did that, and then he's celebrating. Oh, I thought we had it. Just trying to time that in. See Jackson with that. Let's go with a rip move. Oh, it actually almost worked. Oh, we missed that punch. Trying to strip it there. Jackson somehow is the one that's on him, too. Clock is running. They've got one timeout. I mean, you would think they would have used it there. Onside kick doesn't really matter. And wow, what a throw and catch. Nick Jones misses it. I actually can't believe he didn't get this swat, though. That would have been insane. And hold up here. We've got ourselves a slight bit of drama. With 16 seconds left and a timeout, if they get this onside kick, there is a legitimate chance at an overtime play. Do we go base? Do you go XL? I think you go XL. Right? Oh, Lord, it's Mallory. Oh, my God. What are we doing? Palmer, what a play, though. And he will hold on for the victory. And the game is won 33-25. The Monarchs making a late push, but realistically, the lead we built up was enough for us to kind of coast with. And we have a couple of scenarios here. I'm very curious to see what we're about to get from these. Especially that offensive one, obviously. But Jadarius had some very, very rough misses. And even threw a pick because of it. And we had a couple of drops. But overall, we ended up with a pretty good statistical game, as usual. Joe Burrow was not the best with 2 interceptions. Rodriguez, over 100 yards rushing is great. Receiving, Oakman had like all of their targets. Morant, pretty good. Trey Palmer, pretty good. Kuntz, pretty good. Romeo Dobbs, pretty good. We got a lot of different players involved. Defensively, 1 sack and was on their side. Riley Moss with 2 picks, 1 for Jair Brown. Clean kicking. It was just a battle of knockouts, really. Knockouts and overthrows. I still just can't believe we limited Christian McCaffrey that hard. We got a couple upgrades, but we'll probably get to those after this when we get our weekly strategy and all that in anyways. But first things first, let's actually do Unstoppable Force first because this is the lesser of the two. This should be like, a little bit of staff points and maybe like 1,000 XP for all defensive players or something. Plus 5 hit power for the next 2 games. 5 catching for all DBs for the next 2 games. 5 morale for all defensive players. It's pretty good. It's not bad, actually. 5 catching. This is actually pretty big next 2 games. And then offensive breakout, I'm hoping for a dev up to Romeo Dobbs. That's what I'm praying. Please show him Romeo. Nice. Okay. Could this be a dev up? I don't like that. I mean, I like the fact that for the next 3 games, Jadarius will have basically 99 accuracy. All receivers will have 5 catch and traffic and spec catch for the next 3 games. Oh, that's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but when you had your hopes up for a dev up, that feels like a shot to the gut. That sucks. But either way, we'll be on to the Thunderbirds with some pretty insane morale boosts. I actually kind of want to take a real quick look. 10 morale. Plus 10 morale, putting them at 99 in every accuracy. That is unbelievable. That is wild. And now, of course, I want to see someone like Romeo Dobbs. I think Morant's already almost like max catch anyways. 99 catch in traffic, 96 spec catch. That's wild. It doesn't affect the running backs, right? It would be great if it did because We need that boost for Rodriguez. +4 to morale boost in general, though. Yeah, it doesn't give it to him, but he is obviously still really, really good anyways. But yeah, regardless, let's see if there's another scenario, maybe. Give me another scenario, would you? I don't think it will. Damn, that kind of sucks. Player of the Week award, though. It's going to go to Riley Moss. That sucks. I really was hoping and thinking we were going to get a dev up for Romeo out of all of that, but we didn't. Just some morale, really. The Thunderbirds have no injuries, but they have a couple of really talented offensive players. Jordan Love, 93 throw power, pretty much 90 in all the accuracies, and just enough athleticism to scramble if he needs to. Decent overall. Kenneth Walker is obviously unbelievably talented. Got pretty good trucking, okay stiff arm, and obviously insane juke ability ratings. Very fast, obviously. Looking at wide receivers, Debo and Marvin Mims, both, pretty speedy guys. Slayton with all of the speed. And, they're pretty good receivers. Evan Ingram's still around, and he's still really fast, very athletic, with some pretty good catching. Blocking, left tackle's decent enough, but he is definitely on the retirement path. Avila's a pretty good left guard. Center Garland is obviously a really good high up-and-coming player. Same with Porter and June. They got a pretty good young offensive line. They're in the right direction. Left end, Lawson looked like a 3-4 if you ask me. Good block shed, not that good at getting to the quarterback, though. Right end, not really the scheme fit, but good finesse. But what was the other rating? Play rec, okay. Good finesse, not bad block shed, actually. And then Arm said that ET, who is really just, once again, super regressed. Left outside linebacker, the rookie Demarius Johnson, who I would say is a pass rusher. And he is. Edge rusher, so right end definitely needs a change there. Inside linebackers need an improvement. Right out is, once again, the wrong scheme. Marlon Humphrey, very good overall. Christian Benford is decent. And then Benson, high ceiling with the 22 rookie being good. Free safety needs a replacement. Elliott, the strong safety, needs a replacement. They got a couple of names on offense, but realistically, this is a team that is not the best. But they're 8-6, so I am not going to do anything about that. I'm not gonna be like, hey, this is too easy. Of course, the Snowhawks winning 2 awards this week for Player of the Week, and then obviously we win one with Riley Moss. Howell's decent. Let's get our strategy in and hopefully continue this win streak. Not the craziest win streak of all time, but it's a decent little streak. It seems like they're pretty balanced. They're like 10th. It's like 12th, 10th, 13th, 10th, 12th. It's like all over the place. I think, personally, going against Kenneth Walker is going to be the hardest battle, so I'm going to stop the run, and then apparently they suck at, stopping the run themselves, so we're going to attack with the run. Basically, both sides, run-focused. The name that's almost as avoided as Voldemort out here, Dion Graves. All the potential in the world, and just never put, wow, look at that morale, though, but just never put it together. He gave him so many different chances with injuries, with, getting to play because, we're in such a lead, and Jadarius playing badly, getting benched, and every single time, Dion Graves just did not perform. All the potential in the world, tight spiral, average sense of pressure, more athletic, better throw power. I mean, he just had all the potential and just squandered it every single time. There was not a time where we're like, oh, it was like for half a game, and then he would make mistakes that were like, oh, yeah, that's why. That's why he's not starting. Looking at some of the other upgrades, Walt James with a nice little upgrade. Connor Wilson's definitely getting up there. Do we, change it up a little bit? Yeah, let's actually do hybrid. Let's get that man coverage up a little bit, because he actually does play against tight ends quite a bit. And that's the upgrade I'm looking for, because he's still got his zone coverage on top of it, and his man coverage isn't even that bad. Cordale Jackson, he's actually done pretty well when we user him. I'm going to go with a block shedding, though, because I want, A, the run defense to be better, and B, if he gets to 80+, maybe that's a threshold to maybe get him to, win those rush moves on his own. And then Cam Jones, field general, I believe, is it 95? It might be 90 that it gets a new ability. Not 100% sure, but more really good coverage ratings. Once again, really good in coverage. And did he get a new ability? I don't think so. I think he already had Secure Tackler. Maybe I'm wrong. You would think 75, 80, 85, and then the X Factor, you add more to it, but that's pretty much that. We'll do our staff to get those bonuses for the staff abilities and head on in to game 2 of this episode. Here we are at home. I feel like the dark blues don't get used that much, so we're going to be rocking all blue in this one. Joe Moran, obviously wide receiver 1, basically in the entire league. The things he has done is just impressive. They're impeccable. He's had some drops that are like really uncharacteristic, just wide open drops, but for the most part, he makes the hard plays look easy, and he just gets in his head a little bit too much and makes the easy plays look hard at times. So I would rather have it the way we have it right now, where he's just making constant, great, amazing, tough, hard plays and missing a couple of easy ones than the other way around, obviously. He's pretty damn dependable, and obviously when you get that one-on-one press release, you know, he's going to win it every time. He's going to win it pretty much every time, and he's the go-round champion. I mean, we're just going to take that shot every time he's there, and it's led to some pretty big plays this season. Obviously, the wide receiver 2 and 3 spot there's been some up-and-comers, but there's not really been a whole lot of consistency. Palmer, you know, he has games where he's like 150 yards and then a touchdown or two, and then other games he gets one catch the entire game, but I do like what we got there. I would love to get a dev up, but I don't know with this, you know, being this late in the season if that is going to happen. But either way, 12-2, you would assume one, maybe two more wins would lock up the first seed, but there was one team right behind us, so we'll have to take a look after this. I don't really care too much because I just know we have to win, right? That's all that matters. Jordan Love, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,100 yards. I mean, the touchdown to pick ratio is there, but not enough, like, actual performance and just more efficiency, which at that point is like, maybe you're playing it too safe. Or maybe they just run the ball a lot. Who knows? They're going to run the ball, speaking of, to start it. And Walt James is going to try to get there. Gets the help. Johnson does at least. And we do stop him to only 2 yards. And last week, only 12 carries. So 11 more than he had right now in his, you know, the first play of the game. So we'll see if they want to add to his numbers and maybe give them a better chance to win. 2-yard defense is not a bad start, but it's going to change here as nobody's going to get off their blocks, and he's just going to score. These safeties absolutely just blew that. For one, I don't know how Riley's not getting off his block. Two, we slow him down with the safety, and then one of the other safeties, maybe Wilson, completely misses. We have him wrapped up. Let's see. So Johnson misses, fair enough. It's one-on-one. He should have had it lined up. That should have been a hit stick of the ages. He basically hurdled into the lane, and our guy just lets him go. Like, how are you missing this? He is stuck in air. Gravity is not helping him enough, and you miss. All right, let's see it. Calvin Austin on the return, a couple yards deep, as he will use that speed, but only gets to the 21. It's a lot to ask for. 39 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 4,200 yards. I don't think he has a chance at any NFL records, but still on par for a really good season, and that's really all that matters for us. You know, we were hoping somebody would take that next step, and we've definitely missed some throws. We've seen some misses, but he's done a good enough job to solidify himself as the number one. That's all that needs to be said. Zach Evans last week, 109 yards with a touchdown, not bad. And we will run it to the right. I believe in these blockers, and for good reason. Inside, maybe a little too early. I thought the DB was going to come up better. He just kind of hesitated. Trap play, and we get just enough blocks. Looking very elusive, Rodriguez for 12. Moving pretty efficiently through the run game, and Rodriguez going to show off some speed. Gets about 14. Not as fast, but more elusive this year, which, I mean, I don't know what you want to say is better or worse, as the elusiveness is probably going to get you more yards short-wise. You might not get the big play as much. What a throw while pressured. Palmer, 8 yards again. But I think the goal should be always getting as many yards as possible. The big play is great and all, but getting just consistent yardage. That's how you get first downs. That's how you get touchdowns. As we get another first down. Kind of got an RPO look. I don't really like this, but I still think we can get something. Morant one-on-one. Jukebox. There he goes. Down to the 5. Big play. Focus on what was going to be next if he was going to score the touchdown or not, but hey, that's a great play. See, those plays can actually work if you have somebody that can break tackles. Normally, they're just useless. Romeo Dobbs, a late throw. Kind of blocked up by his own guy, Morant, there, but a little overthrown on top of it. He's got people sneaking up to the line of scrimmage, making me think it's a blitz. And it's not going to be. Oh, look at that juke move. Rodriguez killed him. The skates are real. It's going to be a tied-up game, assuming we hit the extra point. Oh, that was a filthy one. I mean, that was so sudden. And, like, it was like a rattlesnake strike. Like, look at this thing. You know, it was just so quick. I mean, look how quick this is. I mean, I'm getting like prime Shady McCoy vibes. I mean, that's insane. Gain a few yards on 1st and 10. It'll now be 2nd and 4 from the 33. Get a bull rush, not going to happen. Cornerback's all over, but a really strong catch there by Slayton, of all people. 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Stepping up, and wow, I don't even know if the receiver expected that. Kind of our job. We were supposed to play that mid-hook there, but it is what it is. Playing aggressively, sometimes it pays off. Sometimes you know, blow it for 5, 10 yards, maybe 15. And Cam Jones gets absolutely smoked, but we did a pretty good job tracking, only allowing 3. From the 46-yard line, stepping up. Wilson, oh, we're not going to get over there, but a good tackle is going to force him short. The guy who was actually being covered by got burned. Never on the line of scrimmage. You don't want to run commit because if they do throw, that's basically an automatic death sentence. But at the same time, if you don't run commit, that'll happen, which is also a death sentence down to the 26. Oh, free rush! Oh, you've got to finish that. Good job by Taylor just to be there, but how are we not finishing that? That is almost a guaranteed field goal drive if you sack him that far back, but of course Jordan Love slips away. Jordan Love breaking off tackles, though. I know he's not the smallest guy in the world, but I just don't see it. Oh my God. That was some block. That was ridiculous. 3rd and 2 now to start the 2nd quarter. That sack would have meant so much. Looking at the numbers, they definitely have us beat, but yardage-wise, or score-wise, it's, you know, the same. So I don't care how quick one gets down the field or how it happens. If it's happening, it's happening. Let's get in there with the blitz, and he's going to go the wrong way and lose 2. That's got to be a field goal. 99 yards in the 1st quarter basically is crazy. Well, not even 100 yards in the 1st quarter because he just lost 2 there. So he would have been at 101 before that loss. That's kind of wild. It's Justin Tucker as the kicker, so I doubt it, but you still never know. It's not about how good he kicks or how well he kicks, but if the blocking sucks. We're going to start this drive off at the 27-yard line. Kind of like that comeback route from Romeo Dobbs. Been trusting those a little bit more lately. And that is a super wind-up. Morant is open. Obviously, a guy right in the quarterback's face, but still needs to hit that throw. I'm giving him an excuse, but I am not excusing him. I don't know if that makes any sense. I can't tell if that's really stupid or, like, profound. Either way, I think it's kind of how both that works, really. 1st down, though. Nice little find with an almost cutback lane for Moore. Rodriguez in the zone. Little wheel routes. I'm going to take Rod. Nobody going to tuck it for a loss of 11. There's a couple of deeper looks. I just didn't like them. Thought the throw would have been tough to hit, and maybe jump the gun a little bit. Just a little bit. In the zone is Rodriguez, so it's going to be hard to tackle him. So just find a way to get the ball in his hands. And not going to get it. I still don't think that takes away the zone, though. I can't believe their pass rush all of a sudden. Like, this pass rush in the last, like, several plays has just been crazy good. Palmer, it's a late throw, though, is the problem. That's a good try, but just a late throw. Never really gave him a chance with that. Just didn't believe in him, and that'll be a punt. 2nd and 8, we are going with some man coverage. Riley going against a wide receiver. Wow, we got a lot of wide receiver. Never mind, let's change it. Oh, we got to get up there. Nice hit on the running back, but that's still a 1st down. Definitely not the matchups I was hoping for, so definitely going to change that back to some zone. Otherwise, it would have been a lot worse than 10 yards. And can't get there. Jones is usually really good at, like, diving in, knocking it out, but that time he respected Debo enough to be like, if I dive and miss, it's a lot of yards, so I'm just going to make sure he doesn't get anything extra. We've already been beat. Let's not get beat even more. I mean, that is a wide kill him. Finally, Wilson takes the hit, but that is a wide receiver blocking Cordell Jackson with no problems. Not really the way I'd like to be seeing it, but that's how it is so far. From the 43. Quick out. Oh, we're not going to get over there. What a try. And honestly, if Cam Jones is a little more dirty, he could have ended the career of Mims. Mims was ducking down while Cam Jones was going for the lowered shoulder. But because the DB got there slightly early, he didn't need to lay it in. Oh my God, is he going to catch that? We talked about the speed, and Slayton showed it off there. That would have been a pretty big touchdown for them, and he just barely missed him. He just ran on him. I mean, he just ran on him. He made it a clean go route. All right, I think it's only one guy that's We don't have any, like, I was about to say linebackers on wide receivers, but maybe I was wrong. Don't tell me that was Slayton with Cam Jones on him. Like, flip a safety or something. I'm not sure, but man, dub, that's kind of insane. And we're not even supposed to be out here, so that's just a great play made by us with Johnson. Second quarter definitely limited in rushing yards compared to the first, which is not really saying much because the first quarter was literally an NFL record if he continued the pace. Not going to get off the damn line, and it's supposed to be cover 2, yeah? Cover 2, huh? Covering that underneath flat, huh? Is that what you call that? Because that's not what I'd call it. Rush man, I mean, if they win a streak, and not quite. Ooh, thankfully he didn't run after the catch. He had a chance there. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 4 from the 18-yard line. See what we got. Jackson with the push. Not going to happen. Get over there. Nice hit. Loss of, only gain of 2, so 3rd and 2 manageable. Got about 2 minutes on the clock. We're going to let this go a little bit because if they do get the first down, then obviously it's kind of irrelevant for us to be calling timeouts. Would just be helping them. Trying to time it a little bit. All right, they're just going to be really patient with this thing, which is crazy to me. And, oh, Taylor, if I could have switched soon enough, would have been a pick. 4th and 2, though, likely going to be a stop field goal attempt. See, we've got Phillips coming in crazy-like. Not going to happen. Decent little push, but they'll be up 6, but our ball before and after half. We go for that double move with Kuntz. Didn't really got anyone over the line. He's lost. Let's throw it to Palmer just to guarantee some yardage. I don't know what the hell happened there. Kuntz just straight up got lost. I mean, I don't really like this play, but clock is running. He is falling down again. That's a really stupid play. Like, that is just the stupidest play you could ask for. Why would we do this? So dumb. Like, what are we genuinely gaining there? Like, nothing. And instead, they're going to have a chance before half to put up even more. Please. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Even though he's insanely athletic, linebackers do not jump. I was hoping, I was like, hey, let's, you know, make up for that mistake. Nope. Back-to-back mistakes instead. Hey, we got the screen pass out. And we actually got some pretty good blocking. We'll keep it in bounds. Oh, my God, the elusiveness. Put us out, keep it in bounds there because I know we can break the first tackle almost guaranteed. Let's find something over in the middle. I mean, Palmer, if he can get around him with that speed, might actually have something here. Not going to have much time, so I'm going to go to the guy that's a little more likely to catch a possession. A little safer of a throw as well. Man, imagine if we brought blitzes and they actually got there. That'd be crazy. Could be a blitz again, speaking of, and it will be. Kuntz is open. He misses a wide open throw. That is crazy bad. I hit that in real life. I think anyone with 2 working arms can hit that in real life. Or even just the dominant arm, if you will. And we're just going to get instant rush again. What are we genuinely doing here? How can this line be this bad? Oh, they brought the 6. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's always fun. We could keep this in the middle of the field and kick a field goal, I'd imagine. And that's going to be picked off. There is no time to throw. This is crazy. We have 0 time to throw. Their D-line ain't built like this. Yet, apparently it is. Where is their D-line built like this? 4 of them are just instantly getting in. I mean, I've got Romeo Doubs here. Give me a second. Don't know where the center is going. I don't know where you're going. Who are you helping? Bye. And we have Romeo Doubs instead. We have a second pick thrown. I mean, look at that. And then they drive down with ease and call their last time out to get a field goal. Fun stuff. 23-7 against a very, very bad team. Or 23-7, I should say. See if Calvin Austin wants to do something crazy. I'm actually pretty frustrated. I can't lie. It's a frustrating match. Just seeing players make stupid mistakes. Oh, Calvin. Oh, that was a chance. I'm just willing to throw it up to get some numbers back here a little bit. Moran actually had a chance there. Just a little overthrown. Give your guy a chance if he's going to get one-on-one. Either way, I don't want to look at these numbers because before the score got all out of whack, we were already losing in yards anyways. And yeah, there it goes. I don't really need to see anything. 21-3. I don't know if we have it in us. I really don't. We are not playing well. Blocking is terrible. Receivers are taking a little long, and Calvin Austin's come close a couple times now. We go with the passes. They are all over. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's keep the run. Didn't really have that many players on this side. Oh, they have enough, though. And he fights enough just to keep in the zone, which at this rate, we pretty much need anything. Kuntz streak, if he doesn't drop, we have some yards. And that's a really overthrown ball, and that almost was picked off. That's ridiculous. Not sure in what universe that ball stays up that long, but it should have been picked. Lovely. Screen pass, and we can't even hit a simple screen. How is it perfect accuracy but out of reach? That makes no sense. I mean, this seems crazy to be going for this, but, like, at the same time, we're down 23-7. We haven't stopped them anyways. I mean, like, we might already be lost. Like, the game might already be lost with or without this conversion. But at least if we convert, we extend the drive, we keep something going. Really trusting Rodriguez, huh? Go upfield. And Palmer, he dropped it! That's, I mean, it's GG. That's crazy. That is genuinely crazy. Perfect throw. Literally perfect. Threw him open. He legitimately just dropped it wide open. Jadarius hasn't been great this game, but oh my god. I would literally tell the coach to bench me if I was him. I would say, I'm going to do things that will get me in jail if I play another snap. Pull me out of the game, or it's GG for my life. Oh, and then it switches me to the wrong guy. A touchdown. This is crazy how this Thunderbirds team is playing right now. That's ridiculous. Doesn't help that when we have an opportunity, we blow it. But, you know, at the same time, they're still playing really well. And we can't jump. Oh, we baited them. I mean, you've seen the way they just moved down the field, right? Like, I don't regret going for it, like, at all. Like, there's just no reason to regret that. And, I mean, I get it. We're on the move, but, like, we're missing that wide open. Nothing is going right now. I'm benching him. I'm not even saying that this game is Graves' fault, but, like, we're just moving on. We're just moving on. If we somehow make the crazy comeback, sweet. And that's crazy. He's got to cover Morant over the middle, and he's still on it. Like, we genuinely can't move the ball on this team. I don't know how, but we just can't. There we go. Hit that. This is absurd. This is genuinely the worst game I've ever seen. How are we this bad? Like, how are we genuinely, like, this bad? Kuntz. He holds on. Oh, my God. There's life. Like I said, I don't even think it was necessarily Graves' fault, but he also still missed the throw. There you go. Nice throw by Graves' fault. Jadarius' fault. Nice throw there for Graves. I don't really think there's a QB controversy, but there's something going on. I don't know what it is, but something. That's all I can say. Oh, my God. Yeah, there's no QB controversy at all. I'm not even sure why we benched Jadarius, to be honest. Like I said, it's not really even his fault. And if the game is truly lost, what a move. Can anyone help this man? The linemen, at least, like, they were pillars. They were in the way, but we had three receivers that couldn't block the final man. That was an unbelievable play. And it was just squandered. Should have been a touchdown. And instead, the clock keeps ticking without a score. And that is a really good throw. And the reason why I say it's a really good throw, I led that so down, I thought that was going to, like, go 3 feet in front of us. Great throw to Kuntz. Great catch. We have life. Of course, that life at some point seems to be needing of a 2-point conversion, so we go for that early. See what we got cooking. Oh, that's a lot to ask for. And he doesn't even catch a possession, let alone getting into the end zone. He didn't even catch it. That's crazy. Onside kick, down 17. You kind of have no choice. I know it's 4 minutes, whatever, halfway through the third. Oh, that was actually a really good onside kick, too. That's the one you're going to recover more often than not. But, yeah, we suck on defense more than even offense, which is saying something this game. But it's true, and I feel like we need offensive possessions. And we're not going to get them by making stops, in my opinion. Even a one-on-one. Try to swat it. He just gets dogged on. That's why I went for the onside kick. You can, like, almost come back with, you know, touchdowns compared to field goals. Still at some point need that stop. And Wilson jumps the play to not even, or whoever it was, to not even get the pick. That's so crazy. Who jumped that play and didn't finish? It was Wilson. It was, wasn't it? He sees it and he overruns it. He just runs out of the way. That would have been an opportunity. let's call it how it is. That would have been an opportunity. And we're going to... Good job, Cam Jones. That is... This team is just having the worst game I've ever seen. We're literally just barely short of just fumbling on the kickoffs every time. Like, I don't know what's going on. Literally every mistake possible is being made. And that throw sucks. Romeo Dobbs almost just threw the pick to him as well. I mean, we're basically in every pass needs to be a home run play mode. Because we just have no time. And I will say, didn't we see Jadarius miss that? And that is what benched him. I mean, at least somebody's hitting the throw that we need. And that is somehow one of the craziest throws and catches ever. Not that excited by it, though, because we're still down 24 whole-ass points. But, yeah, that was impressive that it somehow worked out. I think he splits the defenders. Yeah, maybe not. And I threw the wrong guy, but that works out. Once again, a weird one. Kind of panicked that. Tried to throw the inside, the deep in. Kind of panicked a little bit. Let's go with the streak again. Maybe pulls out some players. And overthrows and almost picked. Graves got a little bit of athleticism. It's 3rd and 1. I mean, like I said, it feels like every play needs to be home run, but maybe not. Especially not on 3rd down. And this guy infiltrates... A read option he doesn't read, who is only like a 75, 76 overall, better than our guys. Well, filtrate anything, honestly. They're just terrible. They're really just not good. And we're just staring down receivers, and we get sacked. This was a disgusting one. We finally get a stop. It takes 2 minutes, which is something. Down by a billion points, because our team is just making the stupidest mistakes. There's literally no one open. And almost picked off. Just kind of threw it up. I want every play to be a home run play when we're down 24, and it's just not happening. Literally waited so long for that throw just to guarantee its completion. But I suppose every team, for the most part, has one of these, like, what the hell did I just watch type of games. And they're all over this screen pass, which is going to lose our in-the-zone player as well on top of it. Yeah, I'm sure of it. What was that, Armstead? I'm sure he's got that in him. I don't, and he drops it. Somehow drops that. I don't know how you drop that, but still don't know how Graves is making these like weird angled throws. Still don't know how this team is selling all game long. There has not been a moment where they haven't sold. And the corner runs the route for him. That's ridiculous. Finish the play, Rodriguez. To the 4. I mean, wow. Wow. The Thunderbirds came to play. I mean, it was just the small stuff in this game, too, that really just, it really baffled me. You know, just guys that getting blocked up. 2 players getting blocked by 1 player on their team, and that's an overthrow. It's a bit of a force as well, but, you know, missed throws, the route running's bad, blown blocking assignments. There really wasn't a good aspect from this entire team. Like, the entire game, really. And it's probably going to be a hold on top of it. Personal foul. Sweet. That changed a lot. Not impressed, though. I'll say. Not impressed. And I guess Eric Armstead's just one of the best. This run 4 is crazy. See if we can even score a touchdown here. Palmer. Nice. Coming back to the ball like that. Not really sure why the wide receivers, like, feel the need to, like, run their route just because that's what it says. Like, find the soft spot when it's open. And in behind, speaking of Palmer, gets blasted. What a catch. Graves is playing fearlessly, at least. And the big thing, the big difference, really, as well, is the fact that he doesn't take 4.5 hours to actually, like, release the ball. You know? And Coons in behind catches it. Touchdown. And we had a couple of drives, but overall, we've just made too many mistakes to ever have a chance. But at least we did score a couple of touchdowns. And he holds on to that pretty easily. Don't think we'll have another chance at the ball. We'll see. Defense really hasn't made a stop all game. 2-minute warning. Really, the 1:59-minute warning. There was 30 seconds of the play clock. They let it run all the way down. Still got to 1:59 somehow. Yeah, screw us. Why would we want an extra second? Like, what's if that actually mattered? 1 second. Lose the game by 1 second. Oh my god, we just hit stick the ball. Did not expect that ball to even come close to us. Field goal attempt. Obviously, there was pretty much no chance to make the comeback, but if they hit this field goal, then it's physically over. And of course, with Tucker being the guy, let's be realistic, he will hit it. So we got to see a little bit of Graves, which, I mean, really didn't look much worse than Jadarius. Or much better, pretty much similar. Which I can't say is a good thing for Jadarius, to be honest. Get another touchdown breakout with Graves, and you never know what happens. That would definitely be a crazy one. Inside, perfect find. Romeo Dobbs to the 47-yard line. That is obviously the pretty big sell point with Graves, the fact that he is just more athletically gifted. 7 runs this whole game, by the way. That's a perfect throw by Graves. Right in between the defense. See if we can finish this one out with a touchdown as well. That'd be great. Whatever, go routes, why not? And that's really where I wanted it, but slightly drawn back is a really decent throw. Sure, it's not going to lead to the score because it's so far out there, but the potential is there. Just a little overthrown. I mean, he didn't really finish that route. A little behind him, and that's going to be dropped by Romeo Dobbs because of it. Palmer burned off the line and just ran a terrible route. The release was great, and then the cut was just dog. And another bad throw by Graves. Come on, man. You were looking pretty good, and then just these really bad throws. You're looking at Morant because that linebacker might not follow. And it is Morant. Call timeout, I guess. Try to finish with a score here. We all know the rules of a blowout. If you are the team to score last, you technically win the game. That's how everyone does it. Yeah, that's the last time we threw to this corner curl. It didn't really work out. We have that underneath, but it's not going to score a touchdown. And I'm sure of it. Sure, this guy just perfectly covers his guy, sees the quarterback, and instantly knows we're running. Didn't run, even try. I guess we tried once, but didn't run once. He knows, though. He knows. He knows. This time we will take the underneath. There's more room. Diving! It's going to be short. I want this passing touchdown. I don't care. Oh, I genuinely don't care. Let's see if this man coverage. Palmer should be open. And he is. Perfect throw. Holds on. Touchdown, Bisons. Who knows if Graves was in all the way, if we would have won, or if he was in earlier, they would have played better. I don't know, but 27-47, still a really ugly score to have. Don't get me wrong, there was some pretty bad decision-making plays, but there was also just so many the teams playing like yeah, what a recovery there, buddy. The team's playing like crap. What can you do from a quarterback standpoint type of plays? And ultimately, that would be the end of it. 47-27, probably the worst loss we've had in this entire series. Definitely this season, or even last season, though. But minimum those, really late hit, that would not cause a fight, surely. But if you're going to get one of these kind of games out of your system, it's better to do it before the playoffs, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, just the defense was terrible. Opportunities were had, and every single time they blew them. Broken tackle assignments, broken lane assignments in general. You know, 2 guys running into the same gap and getting blocked by 1 dude. Like, what are we doing? No containment at all. And, of course, on offense, just a whole bunch of bad throws, bad blocking, bad route running. I mean, there just wasn't much going on. Definitely got a little away from what we should have been doing or wanted to do, which would be run the ball more. But at the same time, I got to say, Jadarius Lewis looked like crap. He really did. He just didn't look good. Rushing, there really wasn't much going on for us, and obviously there wasn't much going on for the backups in general. Palmer had some pretty big plays, you know, kind of like broken assignment type plays where the defense is just trying to prevent the big play touchdown. Kuntz had a couple of plays like that as well, and Moran, a bunch of different guys had that. Sack totals, I mean, yeah, we were just terrible. We had no pressure. We had multiple pick opportunities, didn't even jump it, overran a jump pick for one of them with Wilson. Game was still, potentially at hand there. And he just runs out of the way. Like imagine jumping a pick and just completely running away. You don't even go jump for the pick, and you like, oh, damn, I mistimed it. He just ran past it. I don't know what to tell you. But Kuntz, 87 overall now. Can we get another speed? Why not? Make me feel better about this. Ooh, 2 trucking, though. 2 to trucking, 2 to medium route, 2 to deep route. It's kind of fun. Why not? 6'6" trucking. And then Chris Rodriguez, he does need catching, right? I mean, he just kind of needs catching, but I kind of want to keep elusive going. We'll go catching. We'll see if we get some more catching. He's just so bad at it. 3 short route, 1 to catch and traffic. That is not helpful. Maybe I do just go back to elusive. I've mentioned that a few times now, but haven't actually done it. Did we have any scenarios this week? I don't think we did we? We did not. Final episode is next. The Caps and the Riverhogs are going to be our opponents for the regular season finale. And of course, with that loss, we have opened the door for the Condors to steal this #1 seed. They would tie us if they win this week. And obviously with the Caps and the Riverhogs next, if we lost those 2 games, they would easily have a great chance to win the first seed. I'm not sure what tiebreakers there are. Maybe at this point, because of that loss, they can't lose it if they win out. So I'm not sure if that's possible or not, or if that's the way it is. But definitely not a loss that helps us out in any way. Obviously talking about how, oh, the Thunderbirds aren't that good, and yet they're the team that completely smoked us. Kind of deserving. The arrogance was too much. And we kind of deserve to have a game like this. And like I said, maybe in a secret, kind of unexpected way, it was a good thing. It might have been a good thing. We just kind of felt like we could do whatever we want. We could just, win the game. It doesn't matter. We have a strugglesome start. We'll find a way to win. But no, this time we've seen that we are not everything we thought we were. There are other teams that are really good. You got to be careful. Got to play to your strengths. Get back to, what usually works. And don't get out of it because something bad happens, basically. We ran the ball under 10 times and threw the ball 50? That's not a good game plan to win, usually. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for non-Madden content. And that is basically it. Not sure if there'll be another video of something today or not, but definitely a rebuild of some sort tomorrow. Regardless, I hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,